Hi, I'm Gary White for Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television, and I'm at what used to be Bertram's Hall, which was part of St. Catherine College, but it's actually at the Dominican Sisters of Peace Mother House property, and I'm here with some ladies who are going to be seeing this transition to a new facility for ladies who are recovering from addiction and dealing with that addiction. And I'm going to let Bev here tell us all about it. And I have Bev Lee here, who is the director for One Bridge to Hope. And I have Christy and Jeannie, too, who are involved with that organization. They're going to tell us a little about what they've been doing, too. But tell us, what's your vision for what's going to be going on here?
Well, we're really excited. I've been the chaplain at the Marion County Detention Center, and the big problem in ministering to the women is that they want to get better. Many of them don't see themselves living long, but dying with a needle in their arm. And when they do leave the jail, it's like a revolving door. They either overdose within a few days and come back, or there just isn't a safe place to go. So for the last 2 years, we've been praying and believing for a transition place, a reentry place that's a safe place right from jail where they can get their lives back in order, or at least get a better identity of who they are. Because right now they have no vision, no purpose, so we're bringing hope to the hopeless.
And this facility will be where they can come to once it's all renovated, correct?
Right. We're going to bring them right from jail or prison to this facility.
Okay. And as we said, this was a dorm, so there are bedrooms as part of it, but there's also various rooms that you're going to utilize for other services too, correct?
Correct. We're going to put in, this first floor that we're on right now used to be classrooms, but we need to put in a kitchen so we can have community cooking, menu planning, how to budget for a meal, how to shop for a meal, put the meal together, and also a community room where we'll be doing individual and group therapy and counseling and teaching, educating the women on addiction, both physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and in that knowledge, pulling out of them the purpose that they were created for and giving them a vision for their future.
And as we said, this is part of the Dominican Sisters of Peace Mother House here at St. Catherine, and they have made a great donation for this property. You are paying rent for it, but it's a nominal rent that you're being able to pay, right? But you are trying to raise money to rehab, correct?
Correct. We're trying to restore this building. We need $20,000 initially to do the rewiring and the plumbing that's needed for the kitchen and the dining room and this first floor. Once we've got that in place, because the worst thing is getting started and not being able to pay people. So we do need an electrician and a plumber. And then the rest of us, we can do the rest, the cleaning and the painting and all of that. But of course, we're going to have the community helping, right? And then after that's complete, we, in process, are raising the first year's budget, which is $200,000, to be able to take care of all the needs for the women when they're here.
And how many women do you hope to be able to house here?
Well, as many as possible, but we're starting with the first 2 floors, making sure everything works and they're revived and restored and given a purpose for life. And in that, Gary, we're collaborating with other recovery and transition places. So this is a start to get their thinking changed to God's way of thinking, and then they can go to another place to continue their walk.
Okay, fantastic. Now, Jeannie Mattingly, you are involved with the organization here too, One Bridge to Hope. What got you involved in this organization?
Well, I guess Bev mostly, because she shared her vision with us, and we've all kind of jumped on board. We know the need for it. This epidemic has affected every family that I know, and probably every family around. The women in prison, talking to them, have no hope because they know when they get out they're going to have to go back because there's no place for them to go for women. Men have got places for them to go, but not so much for women. So that was Bev's dream. She shared it with us, and we've all just kind of come on board to do whatever that we can do to help her with it.
Now, you also volunteer at the Marion County Detention Center?
Yes.
Okay, tell us what you do there with the ladies now.
Well, just go to with Bev to the Bible study. She has Bible studies with them. Haven't been as faithful as I have because we've had to move, but just talking to the women has opened my eyes a lot about what they go through. I heard a lady say, if you know what it does, why do you go back to it? Well, I've said the same thing. And it's given me a deeper understanding of what addiction does to people. Because my thought was, well, it's their choice, they can get out of it if they want to. But that's not so. So we're just here to try and make a difference in our community.
How long have you been doing this at the jail?
I started about a year ago, probably about a year ago.
Have you been seeing some faces come back through during that period, some of the ladies who are coming back time and time again?
Well, I haven't so much, but Bev kind of keeps me updated on it, and she kind of shares with us the ones that are back in it, ones that don't make it. When they get out, they have somebody down in the corner waiting for them with money and a cell phone or a fix for them. And we need to break that cycle. We need to have a place for them.
Absolutely. And Christy Carpenter, you are also a volunteer working with the One Bridge to Hope and also at the detention center as well. And you were saying, I believe just recently, you were leading one of the Bible studies. And tell us about your experience with some of the ladies there.
It was last night, actually, and I had a group of some of the most beautiful and intelligent human beings I've ever known. What they shared with me, you could just see inside of them that there was so much to give back. And they even talked about when they can recover, they want to help somebody else recover. And in America, we recycle cans, we recycle paper, we recycle glass, but we have these beautiful humans that we think aren't worth recycling, and they are so worth it. And just the chance to open your heart and love them and show them love and care, and that there is hope. And we can be as effective as their drug dealer, more so, because we have a special power that's behind all of us, this faith that we have in Jesus and the love that he put in our hearts for these ladies.
And we do want to mention that the One Bridge to Hope is a faith-based organization, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And is it working with various different denominations throughout our community?
Yes, it is. About a year and a half ago, we started the Hope Network of Central Kentucky, which was bringing the community together to help break the cycle of addiction off the generations. So we've got programs going on in the schools, recovery programs, more of them in the community, and also this One Bridge to Hope is an outpouring of that community help. That's where I met Sister Terry, who's one of the Dominicans of Peace here, and in prayer, this came to be. So yes, it is a faith-based program. We're very excited about it because Jesus can break the chains of addiction.
And as we said, you are looking to raise some money as well to make this project possible.
Yes.
How can somebody donate or contribute if they're able to?
Well, be patient if you get on the website today, so I'll go ahead and give our website. We're still working out a couple of kinks, but it's http:// and then onebridgetohope.org. It's also on Facebook. You can hit the donation page and give. As much as you want, 9 zeros would be great.
So One Bridge to Hope on Facebook and online is the actual title, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And is it a nonprofit?
We are a nonprofit, and we're bringing hope to the hopeless and helping them revive, restore their lives to victory with a purpose they haven't realized yet.
Absolutely, that's great. And you're incorporated in Kentucky, is that what you're saying, right?
Yes, we are a Kentucky corporation.
Okay, very good. And how long have you been working at the jail?
About 19 months, yeah.
Okay. And I was talking with Marion County Jailer Barry Brady, who was saying there has been an uptick in particularly the number of females who have been housed at the detention center. Have you noticed that during your time there as well?
I have. When I first began, I wasn't aware of how many ladies were in the jail total, but I didn't have as many coming out. And last night we had a full room, and it was just a blessing because they were hungry. They wanted answers. They wanted to see, where is their hope, and just to share with them and to listen to them. I could just really envision their lives changing and becoming something brand new.
That's great. Yes.
And the interesting thing is 2 years ago we started praying for this with the women in the jail. So they've been very much a part of this happening. And the neatest thing is where many of them leave, they go back to where they were, they overdose or come back to jail. Now, just in the last few weeks, last few months, we've announced that we've got the place, and they're excited about it. And they want to get better. They want to learn how to help other people, and they want to give back. But since that time, 8 or 9 have left jail and gone right into a recovery place to be able to come back and help others.
Will the facility only be for those who are coming right from the detention center? If somebody's currently dealing with this, they can't come here directly?
No, they come right from the facility.
So, come right from
No going home, no going past go, no collecting $100, just right here, right from jail or prison.
And it's going to be a 90-day facility. Is that what you're looking towards?
Right. Initially, it'll be a 90-day program to, again, transition their thinking physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And then there's programs in place to help facilitate that.
Great. Fantastic. And again, it's onebridgetohope.org, or on Facebook, One Bridge to Hope as well. And you can find out more information, or you can contribute and help make this possible. And as we said, these are 2 ladies here are both members of your advisory board that you have, but you have several people from the community and some others who are here who didn't want to get on camera as well, right?
That's right. We've got a wealth of people. But if you'd like to get involved, just contact us on the website and we'll bring you in, because it's part of the community and we can't do it. This problem is too big to conquer alone. But all of us working together, as we've seen with the Hope Network, makes a difference.
Absolutely. And I'm here with Marion County Jailer Barry Brady. And we are here for the Bridge to Hope project, which is taking place in the old Bertram Hall, which used to be part of St. Catherine College. It's actually owned by the Dominican Sisters of Peace here in St. Catherine's. And there's going to be a new facility here for ladies who are suffering from addiction and a way for them to transition out of prison, correct?
Correct. And I applaud the sisters here at St. Catherine, as well as Beverly, in their faith-based efforts, because, Gary, we can do so much in the incarcerated fields and justice system trying to do recovery issues and criminal addictive thinking and the dynamics of all of that. But this addiction is bigger than that. I mean, and I think we're going to find we're in a spot where the government can't handle it on its own. So when we have an opportunity with, like the sisters are offering the building, and they're going to have a faith-based type reentry or a safe haven for individuals, females, to go to transition back to the street, so they're not necessarily going straight back into the environments which they come from, they'll have a lot better opportunity for success. And again, it's just not just you can't send someone through a program of treatment and think that they're going to be you're going to fix them. That's why we must have this handshake with faith-based involved.
Now, as we were saying, this will be for ladies, this facility, and the hope is to get them off the drugs, right? Yeah. But is recidivism a big issue as well there at the jail?
Yes, I mean, and one of the things that we've noticed, not only just in Marion County and in the state of Kentucky, across our nation, the growing populations is female. The female population is really rapidly growing, and it's the clutches of addiction, and it's it's more your synthetics and your heroin, your opioids, as well as your methamphetamines. And it truly traps an individual, and so it's going to take more than a stay in jail for a month or so to sober up that you're going to be able to overcome that. And we don't have anything in Central Kentucky. We don't have a lot across the state. We do have female treatment programs and stuff, but we definitely do not have nothing in here in Lebanon and Springfield area.
Absolutely. And the idea is for them, once they leave the jail there in Marion County, to go directly to this facility. Is the hope?
This right here will be their transition, and the faith base is what they'll offer is a continuum of care, as well as some educational job placement skills. But again, they can leave once they leave the jail. They do not have to go straight back into the environment that may be very toxic and return them to jail. So hopefully this will be, as it is, the name, the Bridge to Hope, so that they can return home to their families whole again.
Absolutely. And as we said, the time is needed now because the numbers of female inmates at the jail for drug addiction is continuing to rise.
Oh, no, it is. It's growing across the state at the jail. I mean, it's just there. We need help.
I'm here now with Sister Barbara Sullivan, who is coordinator for the Mother House here with the Dominican Sisters of Peace at St. Catherine. And they are making a great contribution to the Bridge to Hope, which you're going to actually, the facility that is going to be used for this transition center used to be at Bertram Hall when utilized for St. Catherine College, but it's actually here on the Mother House grounds, correct?
It's part of the Mother House property. The Mother House is the main section. We have two large wings, one of which is Bertram Hall, which was used as a residence for the students.
And that will now be a transition center for the Bridge to Hope. Now, how did you get involved in this process?
Well, we got involved in part because of Sister Terry, who is a nurse and one of our sisters, and she got connected with WOW here in Washington County and became very aware, and of course everyone is very aware of the very serious drug addiction problem in Washington County and the surrounding area and in all of Kentucky and in all of the country. And so we became very aware of that. We became very aware of Beverly. Beverly was very interested in trying to start a program. And we did have the space in Bertram Hall. And because it's available and suitable, we worked out with Beverly at her initiative, really, to lease that property to them for a minimal amount, so that they could use the space to do the work that they are trying to do in terms of building better lives for these women who are coming out of prison, trying to recover their own lives and rebuild their own lives and overcome the terrible problem of addiction. So we're happy to be able to do this. It is Beverly's program. We will support her as much as we can. But we're happy to have that space be used.
And the facility will be great. They are raising money to renovate the facilities that were, as we said, used for dorm rooms. But for $1, I believe, for the first year, that's a great contribution that the sisters are giving to this project.
Yes, and we are happy to do that. And we hope that, and we trust that the community is going to continue to provide that kind of financial support for Beverly as well, because there are renovations. There's a lot of work involved in renovating some of the property in Bertram, but it's also just for providing the programs to sustain these women and help them as they try to gain sobriety.
Fantastic. And again, the Dominican Sisters of Peace are a big partner on this project as well, and I've been talking with Sister Barbara Sullivan. Thank you very much.
Thank you.